Okay, now let's take another look. In most of the times I've been thinking about the growing strength and efficiency of the Democratic Party in the United States. And I've been talking about this, and their efforts were reasonable and valuable for me. In those speeches, I have expressed my point of view as that oppression and other works and operations that expose or make overt the sense of supremacism and insidiousness should be overcome, and possibly by way of law, Democrats could do this better than the Republicans. But I have gained, by contemplation, another point of view of my own. Let's say the whole Muslims in the United States of America support the Republican Party, even Donald Trump, who says that some people should be banned about coming to the United States or entering into the United States of America. Well, law is law, practice is practice. Instead of going lawless and breaking loose in the behaviors, Trump is supporting some kind of a law. It might look a little bit like not a good deed, but it is at least having some substantiation. Will the Republicans, or will the Democrats go through some substantiation? Will they be able to do that? Probably not. This is one point, in general, very objective point. Second, let's say that all the Muslims in the world, including the United States of America, come up to a point that they could support Donald Trump very overtly at the best effort. And this effort should be based on being honest. In what way? Number one, all the conservative people in the United States can come to a point that Muslims do not want abuse of the generations. They don't want adultery, committing adultery. They don't want getting fed and bearing premature generations. And many other things like this on the ethical basis. On the other hand, there's another point. Muslims in the United States are in between two dynamics, and they are both nodding donkeys inside of the United States of America. Economically strong Jewish dynamicism and the locally strong Republican or Christian, in some terms, dynamicism. These two dynamics are nodding to each other like donkeys inside of the United States of America. And Muslims in between are chewed up, while the two both nod to each other as if they're in front of a mirror. And these two donkeys act like two mammoths. So, and as a result, as a consequence, from the point of view of the Muslims, but the Muslims should come to a point. They should support Donald Trump, not going insidiously, not showing distrust, because fear is not something reasonable. It has nothing to do with reason. So, as Trump is on the side of some law and substantion, Christians and Muslims come to a point in the way that if we support Christianity as we believe in Jesus the Messiah, and my explanations and provisions of knowledge from Quran is very important here for a very good, peaceful way going along with the Christians. It should be noted. The Republicans and all Muslim communities in the United States can go along with them whence it is ensured that they should not be abused like Osama bin Laden. So, Americans are in two problematic points. Those who support the Democrat Party line are on the side of so-called freedom, but they're breaking loose over it, and everybody is without a infrastructure that the law could be on their side. On the other hand, the conservatives, like the Republicans, are in the fear that there's going to be a bad result about the American freedom and the existence. They have to go or act like insidious people in oppression to the Jewish global insidious policies. Muslims do not need the destruction of the United States of America. But the Jews, sooner or later, for immigration, they need to put the United States of America into dispute inside itself or herself and amongst the other states or the nations of the world. This is a known issue. If the Muslims gain trust, mutual trust with the Republicans, for law is a substantion, for the substantion of the United States is a provision of law, they can go along with the Republicans better than the Democrats. In what ways? Ethically, about the global issues, and for the goodness of all humankind on earth, as of a good deed and proper comprehensional course. A good time. But the Republicans should not act like Bush, because we know that the 9/11 events took place just because of a sense of arrogance against those who respect Jesus, along with those who do not respect Jesus, like Jews. Christians were so wrong about this. It should be noted, and America can gain power of peace and jollity amongst the majority of the whole world within this course. And Europe can come to a point that they don't need to create and feed terrorism at all and at all and at all. Okay, this is the point that I would like to express. Mr. Trump is talking about law, but the others are not talking about law. They use freedom and the sense of democracy for creation of more terror emerging from the United States of America, coming vast into Europe and destroying the others. Why? Why? Is this humanity? Is this Christianity? Is this being American? Are these the real values that the American people want or sense or believe? No. Mr. Obama once came to a point to come taking all the Mexicans into the United States as much as possible. Why? Just to divide the United States of America and gain power against the Republicans, those who live in Texas or places like that. And once the United States is separated, a civil war again is about to be initiated, just because that some Christians of the world inside the United States should be exterminated. This is not the real American value. Substantiation is substantiation. Law is law. Democrats should not react like this. Democrats should not open gates for these insidious actions. It is not expected from them, but they are doing this. Just the way the Clinton administration went along with the lies of the Bush family. I'm talking about the Bush family, not the American government. American values, in words, by law, amongst themselves, in fact, is not suggesting terror or insidious actions like these. That's why America is loved by a lot of people, those who seek freedom. There is the first address. That's normal. That's so normal, but the people aren't lawful, they aren't loyal to their country. Law is law, but they are not loyal to their law. And the spirit, of course not. Law is law. It's an infrastructure. It's a substantiation. Trump is doing something right. Because the future of the United States is based on the superiority of law, and the Democrats are misusing and abusing the sense of freedom and human rights against the United States of America and its people and its future and its existence on earth. Technical speech, overt speech, things that are known by everybody. Nothing wrong with this. Simple human comprehension. Just let us be simple and direct. What's wrong with this? This is good for America. It is good for the existence of the United States of America and its people and its government. This is not just a political speech. This is just a human speech. Just consider what I'm saying. Regards anyway.